Hi everybody. Well, I thought I'd do a quick update on how my recovery is coming. I'm getting a lot of messages saying, how are you doing? Are you going to be ready for September for our group cruise? How are things going? Well, yeah. Okay. Are you ready for the update? Okay, the good news is I'm off all my medication. I don't have to take any medication for infection or anything like that. It's all over with, which really did hamper a little bit of my recovery. I will admit that, because it knocked me out. Like, I was having a hard time doing anything. I fell behind on simple things that I had planned to do while I was recovering, because I would just, oh, that's it, I gotta go lie down. I gotta, like this. That was that cold. It was as simple as that. I've never had something that strong hit me, but I also think that it's not just the medication, because now I'm off the medication and I'm in the process of trying to build my strength back up and get ready to go. Here I go. It's time to cruise. It's time to recover. Let's get going. Now that I don't have the staples in my stomach anymore, those were removed, and okay, now my stomach, really sensitive still. Right around those stitches, it's very, very sensitive, which is not great. I'll admit that. Every once in a while, I'll see like a right through my stomach, like, that hurt. And it's not because I'm doing anything. It can be as simple as I'm just sitting there and all of a sudden, oh, there's a pain. It's as simple as that. And it's hard to get into any kind of routine when something like that is happening. But I feel pretty good, but I will admit I get weak really fast. And I feel like I'm almost lightheaded. Sometimes I'm perfectly in control of myself, like right now, but I can feel that I'm kind of woozy, and I have to be careful when I stand up and I start to walk that something doesn't happen, that I don't all of a sudden get really dizzy. I can feel it. It hasn't happened yet, but I can feel it's there, and so I'm extra aware of my situation. So it's an odd sensation when you know that, oh, I'm walking around, I'm doing fine, and all of a sudden I start to feel a little, not woozy that you're gonna faint, but a little lightheaded, going, okay, let's just go sit down for a few minutes. And I'm not used to that, right? I'm always that, I'm ready to go from the moment I wake up in the middle of the day. 6 a.m., 5 a.m., that's when I normally get up in the day. I usually have most of my day done by around noon, that, videos are done, emails are researched, calls are made, my 10,000 steps are done. Everything's usually done well before midday on a normal day. However, what a weird sensation it is. Now, I have started doing my steps, and I am trying to do that to help build up my strength, and also that I don't just accumulate weight sitting around all day not doing anything. So I've tried to do my, keep up with the steps, and I was doing pretty well. I was, the first few times I had to do it like 6 different times during the day to hit 10,000 steps. I'd get up for 20 minutes, I'd sit down, I'd do something else on the computer, I'd get up another hour later and do some more. That was how I had to do it. It was just, okay, let's do it this way, and eventually you'll hit your 10,000 steps. Which, don't forget, I live at home and I work at home, so I don't get out a lot. I'm not heading off to a job to do my 10,000 steps. So that's why I want to do 10,000 steps. So I'm always moving, because in a normal day when you work from home, you might hit 1,000 steps because you're not going anywhere. You might go upstairs, downstairs, out to the kitchen, into the office, into the living room, down to the basement. That's it. That doesn't add up to a lot of steps. So I am very aware that I have to keep moving to keep my strength up and things like that. And I started out pretty good, and then I hit a rough patch. And I was having a hard time even getting to 3,000 steps. I just got too tired. And I said, well, maybe you're trying to do too much all at once. And I I did catch myself. I did, okay, that's enough. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. And I'm happy to say now that I'm back to hitting the 10,000 steps during the day. And I'm able to do it now either all at once or in 2 tries. And that's a good sign. That's a really good sign that I'm getting closer and closer back to my normal self. I need to get stronger because I have that trip I have to do with my sister next week. We're planning on going next week down to Nova Scotia. We're probably going to drive and take a few days to get there. Normally I would get there in 1 day, full days driving, like 15 hours, but I'm not going to be a hero. I'm going to take my time to get there, and we'll take a little bit at a time. And if I start feeling any kind of dizziness, my sister can drive. She has a license. And if we take 3 days to get there, we take 3 days to get there. Not a problem. It's no rush. But that's going to help me build up my strength again. Doing something during the day, getting up, driving, concentrating, getting out when we get there and doing the funeral service and things like that, and visiting my hometown of Spring Hill, Nova Scotia, and where my mom lived in Tatamagouche, Nova Scotia. It's going to do me good because I'll be out in the fresh air, walking around, and going someplace I really needed to get back to anyway, because it's been a while since I visited my mom and my grandmother and my father in Nova Scotia, their final resting places. So I'm really kind of looking forward to being able to get out there and have some fond memories of my parents and my grandmother again. So good news on the update. The pain has subsided. I'm not on medication anymore. I'm starting to get my strength back. I'm walking my 10,000 steps a day lately. And I actually go see my doctor this afternoon. So I'll find out more. She'll probably schedule a ton of tests. And then we go from there. And hopefully, I'm doing my job. And hopefully the doctors did theirs and got rid of every little piece of that stuff inside me. And I don't ever have to do this ever again.